Hello, EvoPod listeners and viewers. Welcome back to EvoPod. I'm your host SK,
And I'm your co-host, Ruben.
and today we're going to talk about a perfect workout for your goals. So, what is the best workout for your goal? Can be muscle building, can be endurance, can be fat loss, can be anything. So, what will be the perfect workout?
For me, personally, it would be something that I can adhere to, something that I can be consistent with.
Hmm.
Like, I like, there are a few exercises that I like per muscle group. For me, I wouldn't give up bench press, I wouldn't give up squats, I wouldn't give up pull-ups.
Hmm.
Yeah, these three exercises, I wouldn't be able to give up. If that was the last thing I was able to do, I would actually just keep to that. And that is what I adhere to because I like challenging myself in it. How many reps I can do, how many sets I can do, how much weight I can do, how much I can actually hold on to the weight time under tension. So it keeps me going.
Yeah, I think
What
it's
about you, bro?
for myself, right? I don't go for uh, like I always say, I choose a workout where I have a less fatigue but higher stimulus, which we base
Mm.
on SFR unit. We call it stimulus to fatigue ratio. There's a if you are like a very new to the term, SFR means stimulus to fatigue ratio means it means you have high stimulus, less fatigue. Let's say compare push up with cable fly. Push up we have higher fatigue compared to cable fly
Mhm.
because push up is more towards compound, but cable fly is compared. It's like more towards
Isolation, more towards isolation.
isolation. So we have less joint involved, less CNS fatigue. So this kind of fatigue
Okay,
all.
I think a lot of people may not, if they don't understand what compound versus isolation is,
Yeah.
you better just explain that as well.
Okay, compound simply it involves more than one joint. That means it involves uh, many joints in a particular workout, like
In
uh,
bench press,
bench press,
shoulder and
shoulder,
elbow.
elbow. So when you do cable fly, it only involves on your shoulder.
Shoulder
So
more.
not that much
Yes.
of elbow,
Very less elbow.
very less. And
Very less elbow.
yeah, and overall body fatigue also bench press is higher compared to cable fly. So you can
Yeah.
definitely tell that. But
Because
the
you're balancing yourself using your legs, your all that
yeah
stuff. You're
body
using your
yeah
entire body to actually balance yourself. Cable flies, yes, you're
not that
balancing
much,
yourself, but
not that much.
one thing because it involves less amounts of joints, you're not pushing
Hmm.
as much weight.
Yeah,
So there is less effect on the balancing. Lah.
yeah. I don't believe this one workout that going to push your workout or program to a next level.
Yeah.
I don't believe that kind
That's
of
right.
because whenever people ask me if they say, "Oh, what best workout to build muscle? What's best workout to fat loss or any kind of goal let it be?" But I
Let me
won't say
rephrase
like,
that, bro. Let me rephrase that. What
yeah,
people most ask is, what best workout for me to build abs, bro?
yeah. So there's no best workout because I cannot tell what based on one particular workout to determine your entire program. It doesn't your one workout won't determine your entire program because you have a lot of workout there. You manipulate your volume so that you can recover well, and then how you can perform the particular workout in the gym, how efficient you can do in a second session. If you do first session, you do bench press. Second session also you're going to do bench press. That's going to be practice a lot, obviously. So how you spreading your
Yeah.
volume, all this kind of stuff, obviously going to
Yes.
influence your program. So you cannot tell that this particular workout is going to maximize my gains or maximize my fitness program.
Simply put, right, it's the same as asking whether you can do cardio right before weightlifting because cardio expends a lot of energy. You're going to be extremely tired
Extremely.
before you actually jump. I mean, if you're going to go into weightlifting right after that,
Hmm.
if you simply said it's pretty much quite stupid. If you're going to do about 10 minutes or so on the treadmill, 20 minutes or so on a treadmill as a warm up, go ahead.
Hmm.
But if you're going to do hours of running and cardio, stuff like that before weightlifting, you're going to be completely exhausted. You won't be able to actually push yourself. Same thing with any exercise that you put into your workout session.
Yeah.
what the amount of energy that you expend on the second exercise is actually predetermined by the amount of energy that you expend on your first exercise,
True,
which
true.
is why you play around with the exercises that you arrange in your workout session.
Mm.
That's why you don't try to do that many exercise in a workout session, because by the time you finish with that exercise
Exercise.
session, I mean with the workout session, you're practically dead.
True.
You're practically dead. I
But
mean, if you're doing squats and you're doing this exercise properly, right?
yeah,
If
you
you're doing
will
any
be
exercise properly, you'll be dead after that first exercise
exercise
itself.
itself because the amount of fatigue is a lot because most people they tend to choose a lot of workout, like in a single
Yeah.
session they will like 6 7 8 workouts. I think they are not maximizing on the particular workout, that's why they are like expanding for one group of for let's say chest ride. I won't go up like three, maximum 3 or 4. That's the amount
That's
of
it.
exercise
That's all you need
that's all you
actually.
need. Yeah, even that you don't need, but it's just that I want to maximize like upper chest or middle,
Yeah.
my pec minor, pec major, so I choose like that. So it depends on how many times you're working out in a week, how many times you're hitting the same muscular. If you're hitting just one time per week, obviously you're gonna need like maybe like
More volume lah.
for the volume amount of volume that you're going to push. So obviously you need that. It's just that if you're going to work out like 3 times, just you did 3 times per week. I don't think so. In one workout you need like five
That much
workout.
volume.
That's a lot because you might not feel on the first week itself, but you will feel it, the fatigue amount of fatigue that you accumulate like for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, all you like, damn, your body, you feel like you got beaten up by someone. You will feel like
Yeah.
you won't have the motivation to work out also.
Remember, the key points of building muscle is one, stimulus. Next is diet.
Yeah,
Third is recovery.
true.
Recovery is still very, very important for muscle building or any sports at all, any exercise, whatever you do. Rest is important because you need it to actually grow. And when we talk about the best program for workout and all that, right? You have to include rest, which is
Mm,
why trainers, when you come to trainers, we always tell you to get enough sleep. We always don't have like 2 hours per workout. It's unnecessary, completely unnecessary. 1 hour at max, 1.5 hours is like perfect already. You don't need 2-3 hours of workout sessions
workout, you don't need
to
that, you don't need
build
that.
muscle.
Adherence is very important when it comes to workout, choosing the workout,
Yeah.
choosing the workout. You should be able to be do that particular workout in a long term, in a longer
Yeah.
time, so that you get the result you want. Most people are choosing the workout. Yes, obviously exercise selection is important. I wouldn't say no about it because exercise selection involves in your stimulus, involved in your recovery, involved in your adherence. So obviously exercise selection is important, but you need to practice each workout so that you see which one do you like best. Do you have more contraction on the muscle like this? But obviously if you go into fat loss, right, don't be needing this much of planning. You can just run around your park, you can lose fat. It's no
Yeah.
brainer. Obviously you want to lose fat, you just need to expend your energy. Like I always said, you can lose fat with any kind of workout, but you cannot build muscle with any kind of workout. Yeah, you cannot be saying that you want to run but you want to have a very big quads. No, it's not logic because you don't have volume, you don't have muscle, that much of muscle tension on the quads. You need squat, you need leg press, you need lunges. All these kind of strength training obviously going to influence the hypertrophy in the leg.
I would advise the new guys, newbies and all that, but getting into workouts, right? One, if you can afford it, get a trainer. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can afford it, please get a trainer.
obviously.
If you can't afford it, this is the advice I can give. The first week, even in fact, the first month, take your time learning every exercise. Just go about eating whatever you want to. Pick a few exercises, like one exercise per muscle group that you really enjoy doing.
Mm,
Okay, keep that, and then you choose exercises in which you can focus on the muscle better, and then you implement that into your program as well. Pick another exercise, also one that you can actually focus on each muscle.
Mm.
Personally, for me, the one that I enjoy a lot for legs is squat.
Yeah.
After that, for my adherence, for me to actually focus on each muscle group, I take lunges,
Mm.
I take maybe leg extensions,
Yeah.
stuff that I can focus on my quad. Because when you're doing squats, although I enjoy doing squats,
Mm.
it's very difficult to focus on a certain muscle group. You're going to be focusing on a lot of your lower body muscle,
True.
especially if you're going full range of motion and you're trying to focus on um, your form. You're going to be hitting your core, you're going to be hitting your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, and whoever who thinks that you don't hit your calf, right? Go go read again and or go try doing squats again, because when you're actually doing squats, you also
Hitting your
hit your
car.
calf. Yeah,
Hey,
you're going to
the
do a lot of low body.
no, the thing is, no matter what kind of workout, let's say you're going to do bicep workout, you're still going to contract your quads. To stand, you need quads. To support your quad, you need calf. To support your calf, you need ankles. So your overall body is like a chain, like a big chain. It's like a round, you cannot disturb, you cannot stop one chain and then you want to focus on, everything works. It's just that that particular muscle you isolate it. That's all. Bench press,
So
you're working on your core, you're working on your control,
yeah,
your leg. There is chest, there's arms, tricep, bicep, forearm, everything is there. Just that you're going to isolate the chest. That's all.
which is why every trainer actually emphasizes on keeping your core tight when you're doing any exercise, any
Yes,
and
true,
every exercise at all,
true.
because it's very important to keep your body safe during these exercises. These exercises in itself have its own risks. So when you're doing it, to be extra safe, to take precautions, you want to keep your core tight. You don't
Yeah,
want to lock your arms out. Although you
yeah.
want to keep your arms straight, you don't want to lock your arms out, because the moment you actually lock your joints, any joints at all, you're elevating the pressure from
The
your
pressure
muscle.
on
You're
the
actually putting more pressure on your joints.
joints, not on your muscles.
Squats don't, yeah, squats don't lock your knees.
Yeah,
Leg press don't lock your knees.
true.
Keep the pressure on your muscle. You want to
Mm,
straighten it? Go ahead.
yeah.
Straightening is good because you're increasing range of motion, but
Mm,
don't lock it. Simple things that you can do. And it's not just the exercise that you need to actually focus on. It's the setting, the prep, and all that. You have to that into consideration itself when you're trying to implement an exercise in your workout. Certain exercises take an extremely long time to set up.
mm.
Like squats and all that, it takes an extremely long
A
time to
long
set up.
time. You have to set up the
Yeah,
bar all the
yeah.
way,
You need to
for the
mentally get set
safety.
up as well.
Yeah, for me, right, people very underestimate the squat because it's very strong workout. You need extra, like what extra focus. You just like most people are doing, thinking that they are working out, they are pushing their limit.
Only their lower body.
Yeah, but
The
no,
amount
upper
of control you
body,
need for your
upper body is a
your
lot, and they're not pushing themselves to close to failure or failure. They're just pushing themselves around RPE around 6 or 5. They're thinking that they are already at RPE 9 or 10.
exactly.
So if you really want to see how you want to score, you should come to coaching. See how to score.
Yeah, like extremely dangerous exercises, squats, deadlifts, bench press, because they take a lot from you. They take a
Yeah,
lot
true.
of mental focus. They take a lot of body focus. You need to be prepared to actually lift the weight.
Yeah, true, true.
And when you're setting it up, right, you have to be extremely careful.
Yeah.
Your legs, when you're doing deadlifts, you have to make sure that you have enough range of motion. Some people, their hips are extremely wide. Are you supposed to have narrow stance? If you have narrow stance, can you actually keep your core tight when you bend forward? All
No.
this comes into play. So you need to take your time into getting set up for the exercise itself.
You want to
You can't
stance.
simply just hit everything.
You want to tips for the stance, right? If the stance, how to find the best stance? You know what you can do. Stand in a position. where you can jump very high. The stance that you're
Hmm.
choosing, the stand that you're going to choose is going to make you jump very high. It's not close stand, you can not wide stand. The stand that you're going to jump very high can going to help you to jump very high. That's the your ideal stand for squat and also for your deadlift.
Yes.
Ah, that's the most strongest stance
Also,
you can find.
also, if you want to start for squats, get into the squat position at a body
Yes,
in body weight first. Keep adjust your body, keep your core tight, and then stand up. That
yeah.
is exactly the stance you're going to need when you're lifting the weights.
So,
Deadlifts is a bit more tricky because yes, like he said, the stance where you can jump the highest. That means power. You have to
oh,
put everything in that leap.
mhm.
That's the stance you need. Bench press, please. Whoever who says you can lift your legs and put up on the bench and
Do bench press.
bench press,
I don't know what to say. It's just that it's going to make you hard for you to control your core. It's going to make you hard to do that because
how much pressure you're putting onto your lower back, you
body,
know.
yeah, a lot. That's
Please
why
lah.
just put it down and have a really good grip on the ground.
I mean, unless you have like full control of your body where you can keep control of your core as well, right?
Hmm.
Don't do stupid shit, please. Just do the basic stuff good enough already.
It's more than good enough. Basic stuff is more than good enough.
Yeah,
Uh, like I said, lah, like they think that the more complicated things are, the better the result will.
better,
Actually,
yeah.
yeah, actually, no. The simple the thing is better the result. Simple thing
Because
can
the
bring
simpler
you.
simpler things you're able
Yeah,
to actually focus better.
simple thing will bring you like a massive result. Very underestimating. You guys are underestimating that.
And please do not underestimate core control as well.
Yeah.
Core control is, you guys think that doing ab exercises are the only thing that's going to actually keep your core tight, but
No.
core control is just as important as doing ab exercises and stuff like that,
True.
because that's what helps you keep proper posture,
Mm.
keeps when you're
Better
lifting heavy weight,
better
unless your
lower
core
body.
is strong,
Yeah.
yeah, unless your core is strong, you're not going to be able to lift the weight.
Yeah. Strong the core should be because when the core is not strong enough, the lower back takes the power.
Big hit, big hit.
Yeah, like the workout selection for the goal is like when a lot of things, like you said, all these things you should take in consideration, form, all that stuff. Like let's say your goal is like want to lose fat. So like you don't want to build muscle. It's just that you want to build muscle, not that much. So normally what we do, involve yourself in your conditioning workout. That helps a lot because conditioning workouts will improve. You get to burn more calories at the same time you get to leave
Build
some shit.
muscle as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave some good.
Because okay, basically put conditioning is pretty much like a hybrid between
Yeah,
cardio as well
and
as
then
strength training.
strength training. It's just the hybrid.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the hybrid. Obviously, it's not maximizing your muscle growth. No, I won't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that people who want to lose fat, and then they don't want to get like really jacked. They don't want to muscle. They want muscle, build muscle. It's just that they
They just
don't
want to be
want.
toned.
Yeah, they want to be toned. So yeah, so you want to be toned. Yeah, conditioning workout is a good workout
There's
to
nothing
start
wrong
with.
with that, lah. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. If you want to just look lean and toned and all that,
yeah.
then go that route. But
Looking,
it's just kind of funny because you don't want to look jacked.
yeah, like conditioning workout in gym we have the tire flipping, battle rope. What else
Yeah.
we have? The box jumping stuff. All this stuff is a
There's
conditioning
a lot
workout.
of
We call it.
burpees is also a conditioning workout.
Yeah, it's just quite extreme now for people to do burpees at the
Yeah.
start. Yeah, conditioning workout is really good. I like giving clients conditioning workout also. Uh, they
Yeah, a
don't
lot of
like it.
clients enjoy tire flipping already.
Tire flipping. They like tire flipping, obviously. But obviously, not a lot of people are enjoying conditioning workout. That I can say that because it's like
Because
quite
it's
tiring.
exhausting. It's
It's
it's just like
exhausting.
dead ready.
Yeah, you're
Three
dead.
exercises dead ready.
Finish it. And then we are pushing to 5, 6 exercises sometimes. So it's like conditioning yoga is quite hard. Yeah, you can involve, maybe you can do 2 days strength training, 1 day conditioning, or 2 day conditioning or 1 day strength training. So like your goals, your timeline of your progress, how adherence you can be with the particular program determines your goal.
Yes.
So yeah, these kind of things are going to be determining your goal. Yeah, obviously the workout selection, like I said, fat loss, go towards more conditioning. But after you lose fat, right? Most of people after they lose fat, right, they seem to be like they don't know what they want to do after that. Let me tell you something. If you don't know what to do after you lose all your fat, just continue with the strength training. Best thing ever. If you
Yeah.
lost like a 50 kg from jogging, so okay, no problem. Just start strength training. I've seen people. They say don't make this mistake, lah. They lost a lot of weight and then they find it very a lot of loose skin, stretch marks. Yes, obviously strength training cannot uh, avoid those things. It's just that it can minimize those things in a very minimal amount. You might not have the amount of loose skin if you do strength training. That much of.
And another thing, the biggest factor for losing, yes, if you're extremely obese, overweight, and all that, yes, you'll have
Yes.
undeniable, undeniably loose skin.
Yeah.
But if you take your time losing weight, right, you
Yeah.
take time for your body to adjust to the weight that you're currently at,
Mm.
high chances of you lowering the amount of loose skin that you have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't personally know because I've never been at that size before.
Yeah.
But as far as I've read, as far as I've watched, people who take their time losing the weight, they actually have lesser loose skin.
True. You
So
should be able
yeah,
to the body will adapt towards the particular weight loss
yeah,
slowly. Obviously you cannot like really avoid totally avoid losing, obviously,
yeah.
no, but you can
It'll be
obviously
lesser,
minimize that.
lah.
Yeah, you can minimize and you won't be lowering your calories a lot. If you can see people who do lots of cardio, they lose weight. They are after they lose weight, the maintenance will be lower compared to the one who do strength training, because those people who do strength training, they build muscle man, improve their metabolic rate, obviously, but obviously won't be that much of difference. But obviously, those who did strength training will eat more. I'm going to definitely say that.
And if you're just an average Joe, right? If you're just
No,
looking to stay fit, healthy, and all that stuff, go ahead and do cardio. There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with doing cardio.
No,
If
there's no
you
nothing
want to
that
go
doing cardio.
cycling,
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
that
go
you,
cycling, go running, whatever you want to do, go ahead. Don't stop it just because you jumped into weightlifting, or don't
mm,
stop weightlifting just because you jumped into
some
cardio.
trading. Yeah.
Do both. Do both.
What
There's
is,
nothing wrong with it. You're not
yeah.
looking to jack up and build muscle all the time. You're just looking to stay fit and healthy. So go ahead and do
But
it.
the amount of fatigue that you can get from cardio is much more, a lot
Much higher.
compared to strength training. The amount of fatigue that you get from cardio, the time recovery to recover from like a few kilometer run, that's a lot compared to strength training. Obviously,
Yeah.
I would see that
So
because I've
when
experienced myself.
when you're programming your workouts, don't just program it for the day. I
Yeah,
hope no one actually is programming for the day. Program for the week, program for the month. Try to go for the larger scale so and you don't have to program like how many reps and set you do for the entire month. Please,
you
you
just
just have
have
to
to know what you're doing. So,
what you're doing, and then the sets, reps, and all will come in time as you progress. You just have to
progress.
keep a record of it. And when keep in mind when you're programming, again, your rest and diet.
Mm.
And by diet, I don't mean chicken, broccoli, and rice all the damn time. Whenever we say diet, it's not chicken, broccoli, and rice. It just means something, whatever that you're eating at the time,
Yes.
and in calories,
Yeah.
not the amount of food that you're eating, but we're talking about the value of the food, which
The
is
food.
uh, determined by the calories.
True.
So keep in mind that even if you're eating biryani, please
Mm.
go ahead and eat biryani. I ate biryani just 3 days ago. It's
Mm.
fine. It's not going
It's
to kill
totally
me.
fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
It's totally fine to eat
I ate
biryani all
mutton
day.
curry today.
That's why
Please stop.
the more you restrict, the more you'll get crave on that food.
Yeah,
I don't restrict.
it's fine. Go ahead
Mhm.
and eat whatever you want as long as you keep track of your calories. So that is another thing that you want to keep track of the exercises that you're doing. Choose
Yeah,
exercises that you like.
true.
Choose exercises that you like and that you can. The reason why I like squats is because I challenge myself every time. Even
Yeah,
half a rep is a big thing. Pull-ups
big thing.
also because I challenge myself all the time. Bench press, same thing. I like the challenge. Hence, I continuously do it. Your mode for challenge can be completely different.
Hmm.
Go ahead and do it. As long
Hmm.
as you find something that you can do consistently, go
Yeah,
ahead and
should
do
be
it.
okay. But that's the thing about like when it comes to goals, the choosing a workout for your particular goals, you have to know the basic thing. Like any kind of workout is going to build your muscle. Uh, any kind of strength training workout going to build your muscle. Uh, any workout will make you lose fat. It's just that you have to choose which you can adherence in a long way.
Yeah.
You can do you
Keep
can
in
build your
mind that it's going
muscle.
to take a long time.
Yeah, you can build your muscle with pull up, you can build your muscle with barbell row, you can build your muscle with lat pull down. Obviously, can
Yeah.
don't ask that which is the best workout to engage your lats. You have to find on
Because
your
I don't
own.
want to because I don't want to ask the question already. I do both. Pull up and lat pull
Lat
down.
pull down. So just find yourself. If you want to really, if you want to be like really specific, just track down how much fatigue you're accumulating after lat pull down. Okay, there's a lot of fatigue in lat pull down. Let's say, so you change single arm pull down. There's nothing wrong in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your goal should be, if you want to build muscle, your goal should be prioritizing your recovery so that you can hit that same muscle group again with a good amount of intensity or the same amount of intensity. That's the main goal that you have in your program. If you want to maximize your muscle gain, a lot of people are underestimating the recovery thing. They think that you just hit the weight and then you build muscle. No, as you accumulate fatigue, you might end up yourself with an injury, or you cannot keep up with the strength that you're pushing yourself. Prioritize recovery.
It
Recovery
could
is very
just
important.
it could just be that you're putting too much stress on yourself as well.
Yeah,
Your and if your body is not able to perform,
yeah,
it's not just that time where you're performing. It's
yeah,
the entire time you're performing. It's an accumulation. So if you're putting too much stress now, you're most probably putting too much stress the next time as well. And if you're
true.
doing that after a certain point, once you reach your body's threshold, you're going to crash. And guess what?
True.
When you crash, if you're doing the exercise and you
Mm,
crash, it increases the risk of you injuring yourself.
true.
You have to keep in mind all these things because when we're exercising, even
Mm,
if it's just cardio, like what some people say,
mm,
don't don't think that cardio is not going to hurt as well.
yeah,
Because cardio, imagine you're running, you put too much stress on your body, your legs can't take it, you trip and fall. And
yeah,
higher chances you're going to get cramps. So you
true.
trip and fall, don't know where you hit yourself.
Mm,
It could just mean a lot of different things. So please take into consideration recovery as well. It's very, very important, no matter what anyone says. It's very important.
got it. So yeah, that's all for today's podcast. I think we covered a lot of things. How to choose a workout. We pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, exactly. We started there, bracha. Okay, come back, same way.
Yeah, it's like we covered all the things that you should know whenever you choose one to workout, what workout
Yeah,
to choose. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys get something from this podcast. Thank you for listening always and watching our podcast. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And yes, hopefully the gym can open soon, maybe
ah,
1 or 2 weeks.
getting
We're
that
hoping
would
that,
be nice.
if I'm not mistaken, according to the info that I got, maybe in like next week or the next week will be the opening of the gym for Selangor lah.
Okay.
Other state, I'm not sure. So for Selangor, yeah. So yeah, signing off. Escape.
and Ruben.
See you guys. Bye.
Level, 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 level.